Over the years, our family's had a share of health problems.
So prescriptions are a part of our life.
Before we went to the big box store.
We both thought it would help us save. But with the long lines and impersonal service, filling prescriptions became a chore. That's when a friend recommended D&H.
Now Tristan knows our prescriptions. Brenda always helps us find the right vitamins. And after Dad's fall, Monica's been a real expert with all our home medical needs. All without the lines.
Trust and service.
That's our D&H.
Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Thursday, May the 26th. Here we are in springtime. We've got vegetables and produce growing in the yard, or hopefully we do. And we're going to talk about the benefits of eating a lot of good, locally fresh produce. And I want to introduce you to Janice Rambo. That's quite a name there, Janice Rambo, Central Missouri Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics.
Yes.
Right? It really, this is a wonderful time of the year when you can just go out to the garden and pick some fresh spinach or lettuce that you've been growing. And a little bit too early for tomatoes yet. But so what do you want to talk about?
Well, first I want to talk about what the benefits of why we should eat fresh fruits and vegetables. Most people know that it's a major source of nutrients.
Right.
It lowers your risk of many chronic diseases. It may lower the risk of cancer and can help you achieve and maintain a healthy weight because vegetables are high in liquid content and
Vitamins and minerals.
And they are relatively low in calories.
Yeah.
So depending on, as long as you don't add any fats and sugars in the way you prepare them.
Okay. We should have, what is it, 5 servings of vegetables a
Well,
day?
the dietary guidelines and the My Plate that the USDA advertises uses to show how to eat properly says that you should fill half of your plate with fruits and vegetables.
Okay.
So, and 5 servings has been the goal, 5 to or more, at least 5.
At least 5 servings a day.
Yes,
And then,
absolutely.
and those servings are what, a cup apiece?
Generally a half a cup of cooked and a cup of raw.
Okay.
But you want to eat a variety of, choose dark green, orange, red, and peas and beans, so you get a variety of
Right, because
vegetables.
they've all got the nutrition. Then we were talking about the best way to cook it. To cook your vegetables. Actually, if you eat your vegetables raw, that really is the best way, right?
Well, actually,
No?
raw vegetables are not always the best choice.
No?
That's correct, because
Why?
cooking breaks down the tough outer layers and the cellular structure of the vegetable and makes the nutrients more available to the body for absorption.
Oh, okay. So what's the best way to cook it now?
The very best way they have found is steaming.
See, I would have
that
said
retains the most nutrients.
I would have
for
said
most types of
microwaving is the
vegetables.
best way.
Well, when in doubt, microwave, because that is the second best. You want to minimize cooking time, temperature, and the amount of liquid that you use.
So, if you boil your vegetables,
Don't want to boil. You don't want to boil. You want to
because
steam.
then you're throwing away.
Yeah, unless you're going to reuse that liquid, as long as you're making a soup and you're going to eat the soup, that's fine.
I remember my mother and father, we'd have broccoli, and they would boil the broccoli. And they would boil it until it didn't resemble the green anymore. It was kind of a yellow. Because they wanted it good and cooked.
Good and cooked,
but you've heard that before,
Oh,
right?
yes.
But what you're doing when you cook it and you boil it that long,
you want it to be the bright green. You want to get the most out of that. And microwaving does use less water, and it cooks from within. So that's the second best choice.
That's the second best way, but steaming is the best way.
And sautéing and stir frying, but not deep fat frying, are good choices. And griddling and baking and roasting are also good choices.
Okay, you got it. If you want more information, we're out of time here, Janice Rambo, but if they want more information, they can go to a website.
Eatright.org.
Okay, you got it. Eatright.org. Janice Rambo. Always a pleasure to have you here with us. Now I turn to Elizabeth Braaten Palmieri, the GreenHouse Theater Project. It's good to have you back with us. It's been a long time.
It's been so long.
Yeah.
Lots happened since I've seen you last.
Yeah, that's right. You're with child now, aren't you?
I'm pregnant. I hope that's what's going on.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
But you're doing the Greenhouse Theater Project, and this production is opening June the 1st?
June the 1st, and it runs through the 5th, so it's a Wednesday through a Sunday evening at 8 p.m.
And it's called To the Sea.
To the Sea. It's a original piece, a script that I wrote. And
you wrote this?
I wrote this piece, and I wrote it specifically for Addison Myers, who's a local favorite.
Yes, yes.
And he's one of my favorites.
Addison's been around for a long time.
He's been around for a long time. And yeah, he and I have been kind of scheming. We wanted to collaborate again. He had done a couple of Greenhouse shows with us in the past, including our very first show. And so he's definitely part of the family.
How old is Addison now?
Oh gosh. Well, he's a man, so I guess it doesn't matter if I say 85.
I think I was gonna guess that, because that guy has been around doing things locally. For when I first came to Columbia 46 years ago, I remember Addison doing Westlake commercials for television. I mean, he has had his hands in everything, and he's such a good guy.
He's wonderful.
Yeah.
We're really looking forward to sharing this piece with everyone. It's a really cool piece.
So To the Sea was written specifically for Addison.
Yeah, and it's a piece that incorporates all kinds of different artistic elements. There's a lot of videography in it that Chelsea Myers from Tiny Attic is doing. So there are film projections, there is live music, a live soundscape that has been scored by Liz Klug, who she sings and plays on the harmonium. So it's just a really... The harmonium.
What is a harmonium?
It's this really interesting instrument. It's beautiful. It's kind of haunting. It almost looks like an accordion, but it sits, you don't hold it, and it has kind of a pump on one side and then keys on the other. It's really cool. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a harmonium.
I think it's maybe derives from India, but it's really lovely. So yeah. So the piece itself, though, it takes place on an island, and it's all about life and death, but it's a comedy too.
And this is opening on June the 1st.
June the 1st at Imago Art Gallery downtown. This is a new venue for Greenhouse. We do theater in site-specific venues, so we're always moving around in interesting spaces. And this space is a really lovely art gallery downtown. It's right on Broadway, and has high ceilings and white walls and a big open stairway, and it's really lovely. So
that sounds nice.
It's a perfect place for this piece.
So Greenhouse Theater, have you ever done a production in the same location twice?
We have, yeah. We've definitely. We just we closed a show called Measure, which was a riff on Shakespeare's Measure for Measure at Orr Street Studios, and that was the third show we had done there. So
we're out of time, but how do they get tickets?
Tickets on our website, www.greenhousetp.org. Like us on Facebook.
All right.
Tickets always sell out, so get on it.
Okay. Elizabeth Braaten Palmieri, soon to be mom.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming today, and
Thank you.
best of luck with To the Sea opening on June the 1st, the
Thank you so
Greenhouse
much,
Theater
Paul.
Project. Out of time for today. Tomorrow, Central Missouri Stop Human Trafficking Coalition. Our program directed by Travis McMillan. Reynolds Journalism Institute audio is Pat Akers from KBIA. Our floor director, Maya Jackson, and our assistant producer and guest coordinator, Uncle James Mouser. Bye-bye.